Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this session on leveraging social media for professional development. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi. I'm the CEO of Deep Pedagogics, and I'm an education evangelist, and I will be taking you through this session. With me, I have Mahima Gupta, who is our program manager, and also Ashmita, who is our program coordinator. So, a very, very warm welcome, and I'll let Mahima and Ashmita say hello to you.
Thank you, Meenakshi ma'am. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for this webinar of leveraging social media. So, basically, Meenakshi ma'am have already said that she'll be taking this webinar on this leveraging social media for professional development, and we welcome you all today. And I am sure you'd have lots of learning and takeaways from this webinar. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Mahima. Ashmita, would you like to say hello?
Good evening, everyone. This is Ashmita, and hope you learn something new and interesting in this session and enjoy and learn new things.
Thank you, Ashmita. And yes, please do introduce yourself in the chat window where you're joining us from and what's your name, which school, which city. We would love to get to know each other. Well, getting social is definitely on our mind today, and this is one of the sessions as a part of the Skill Up Saturday series. That's a series that we have started for educators from time to time, periodically, we will be sharing with you multiple sessions that we will be doing. And yes, it's so nice to see such familiar names and so many new educators as well in the chat window. And I don't know why, but it gives me so much joy to just come back to this room and talk to you. There are many things that we do, but what gives me immense pleasure and also probably some pride is that if we say that we're hosting a session, we have almost, about 800 people telling us that they want to join us. And it's amazing to see that joy and love that we get from all of you. So, as a part of giving back to the educator community, we have taken multiple steps towards amping up ways of learning and trying to bring in some ways which I feel you and I can connect with and which are more today's ways of learning rather than being yesteryears. So, in this endeavor, we're trying to get more social and we like I said that we would want to be more closer to what we have been talking about till date. So as a part of that, what we are doing is we are trying to bring in learning at various places. We understand that today is a very fast paced world and time is of essence, and no one has time to sit in a webinar like this more than an hour to actually learn more. So there are multiple initiatives which are bite-sized. Those are practical ways of making things work in a classroom that we are initiating. We do understand, appreciate the value of professional development and being certified on certain skills that you earn as on the go. So towards that, we have kept alive the spirit of badges and certificates. And of course, we seek your partnership to make all of that possible. So, once again, thank you for joining us. Let's get social and start talking about social media and other things that we have. So, social media platforms are, I think, all around us, and social media basically acts as an excellent storehouse of resources. You are looking at a number of, social media platforms that are there in front of you. And in the domain of education, I think it is the social media that promotes interconnectedness. The world is so vast, and in this way, we can contribute in the exchange of information. So, for me, it's more of a storehouse of resources, and it serves us as a podium to facilitate the sharing of unlimited resources from each of you credible educators that you have. And each of us are doing some amazing work. We can actually utilize these resources to make the best of the learning processes that we offer to our students and have an approach of using social media as a learning platform as well. As we do so, I want to put a very positive spin on the social media because I know the kind of backlash that social media get. All the time we are on, just name it, and we are on probably Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X, and Pinterest, and YouTube, and so many of them. It's great to be there because what these networks do is, what these platforms do is, they create social networks for us. We're all social animals. These spaces are the places that teachers go personally and also have personal content that is shared, so you get access to really great content, and this is the teacher's ability to actually drive their own learning possibilities and leverage these platforms to encourage connections, to these networks help you build in discussions on certain topics that are running on top of your mind. And one topic that I can tell you about is Chat GPT. Oh my God, I haven't heard more about it. Honestly, the amount of discussions that are happening shows the kind of worries that are there in our minds as far as social, media and platform and other resources are concerned. Therefore, we need a peer group for discussion. So we must, look at these networks for discussions, for participation and sharing of resources. The experts, what do the experts have to say about social media is that these are the technologies that facilitate social interaction, make possible collaboration, enable deliberation across stakeholders. These technologies include blogs, wikis, media, anything between audio, photo, video, text, sharing tools, networking platforms, including Facebook. And I'll show you in a minute how, and virtual worlds. And I think I'm talking to a very evolved group of educators where we have seen that you all are very active on social media. And I'm sure, you are using these networks and you're joining these networks and collaborative and have a very collaborative structure. However, there is no formal way of saying that, this is what you should do because there is a lot of content on social media to draw from, but there is no formal structure to it. So to find sources, it's like a black hole that you're shooting into, and maybe you will get something great. However, some of us have found ways in which we can leverage social media so that we get to know about new information, we get to know about new events, new opportunities, information. We get trainings and we get to meet or speak to experts or learn from experts in the field. So social media is not only a good place for educators to share ideas, but to practice justifying these methods that you're doing and also spark a great idea by posting it, by challenging it, by supporting it, and also by practicing it in your own class to see if it worked for you or not. Not necessarily everything works everywhere, right? So while these challenges are beneficial, because you might come on the other side with your own spin on that practice, I think they just take us a long way into empowering us, and it's one of the best ways for self-directed learning. I, for one, am a big believer of self-directed learning, and I feel that it demands a more independent and self-sufficient lifestyle from you to actually follow, and that it is important that we stay excited to learn more each day. Now, in our endeavor to find out what is it that teachers are, using in social media, we did a survey on our own across multiple platforms, and this is just a glimpse of two of the, groups that where we conducted this survey. And our survey showed very interesting. Yeah, I know some of you had participated in that, and thank you for that. We got a great insight that there is no one platform that is one chooses. Most of the teachers are at multiple places, and it's fabulous to know that because it gives you the confidence that we're working in the right direction, and that people are using these platforms for professional learning. If you was yet to ask me that, what is it that we should do as a part of this social network, then this is what we could do. As a part of the social network, we could engage with resources that are appropriate to your content or interest. You're a math teacher, you look for math content. You're a science teacher, do so. You want to move or leap forward, I would say, from just teaching math to making it a STEAM-oriented program, go ahead, look for that. The essence here is that you maintain ownership of learning when you engage with these platforms. You can easily access professional learning. There is so much over there. I'm just going to show you in a few minutes how many opportunities await you. Then you can even engage with global perspectives without being limited by location or time zones, because we intend to make the world more flatter by using these social networks. I'll give you certain examples which have really worked for us, and some of the initiatives that Deep Pedagogics is launching, which we would highly encourage you to be a part of. And of course, there will be a takeaway for everybody, something that I can say with confidence. You can build a professional learning network from there and share and learn from. Always remember, please, it's just not about me. It is about creating a community. It is about we. When we talk about we always say, when you come and come for a session, or when you are coming in to attend something, bring along at least 5 more educators with you, because that's what empowers you to say that, I heard something and I invited at least 5 more people to learn with me. That's power, because these networks were created like this when we brought along a few more. So today our intent is that through this session, we are able to, actually bring along many more people into learning with us and discover new and innovative ways. Think about, what is the latest, what are the latest ways of thinking, look at the way things are evolving around us, and connect with professional organizations and education bodies so that you know what is happening and where. I'm going to take a pause here because I saw 3 hands raised. I did lower the hands though. However, I would want to see if there is anyone who would like to ask a question. So if you want to ask a question, please go ahead, either raise your hand or put it in the chat window. Mahima, did you catch any question on your way? Okay. I have Miss Jansi who wants to ask. I have allowed your mic. Ma'am, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and talk. Ms. Jansi Rani, you can unmute yourself to talk, please. You've raised your hand. Any questions, Mahima?
No, we just have introductions, no questions.
All right. Okay, so please keep your questions coming. Would love to hear from you if you have any questions and, answer them along with. So having established that social networks are very beneficial for us, let's go ahead and get social. Well, for me, what is social? Okay, hold on. There's one hand raised. Satnam Kaur, ma'am, you want to? Okay, you've lowered your hand. Fantastic. So let's get social. What do you mean by social? I'm on all the social platforms. That's what you'll tell me, isn't it? Well, I know you're on all social media platforms, but what is it that you should do over there? Okay, hold on. Rahil, you have a question to ask. Go ahead. Okay, you lowered your hand as well. No worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you social, and then in some time I'm going to pause and then you can ask questions. Till then, Mahima and Ashmita keeping an eye on the chat window, you may go ahead and share it over there. Okay. So
We have
you're all
Meenakshi ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Vinesh sir wants to know that my question is to the panel. My question to the panel is Deep Pedagogics considering a development of any social media app, or do we have any app?
Wow, that's an idea, Mahima. We are not thinking of any app to develop because I feel there is an influx of so many apps that are around us. But what's on top of our mind is how to leverage these apps. We as educators are, like I said, there is no structure, there's no formal way of building or leveraging these networks. At Deep Pedagogics, we are making uh, a significant and a conscious effort to bring in that formal structure here and let you know that there are certain engagements that are going to be there which you could be a part of. I hope that answers your question. Mahima, did I answer it?
I guess so, because he just said that he can creatively contribute to it.
Fantastic. So yes, please, if you can contribute, if you can be a part of it, fantastic, because I'm going to give you some 20 ways here right now to do so. So to embark on this journey, let me tell you what is it that you need to know. What we encourage with educators is let's build our own brands because, in our own space, in our own zone, we do a lot of work, but the world needs to know what we are doing. And we need to let the world know our genius. Now, to do that, first thing first, let's build your profile. What do I mean by that? While building your profile, we need to share, um, I used to do this a lot, but I am trying to refrain and I'm trying to maintain two personas on social media. One is personal, very important, right? And the other one is professional. Now, while you're building your own brand, please, encourage yourself to have a formal demeanor there, which means your DPs or your, names or the way you want to show the world, give it a name. On various social media, we'll talk about in a few minutes how we can actually go differently on social medias while we are doing this. So first thing, build your profile. When someone goes to your page, they should be able to see not only the personal side of you, but a professional side of you and separate out the two. That's most important. So to build your own brand, understand yourself and find out what's your niche. Let's say I'm a maths teacher. What I like doing is while I'm teaching or learning, I want my students to, uh, help me understand the most difficult part of, the concept while they're learning. So my focus is to help solve problem in mathematics. If that is my to go, if that is my aim, we need to tell the world that this is my aim. For example, at Deep Pedagogics, when we started, when a company is started, it is normally called a business, right? And when I always felt a little offended when somebody called it a business. This is not a business. My intent and my founder's intent, while we were three of us, myself, Jyoti Chaba, and Meenakshi Lawat, when we were forming this company, our intent was very simple, very pure, and that was nurturing education. We found our niche. That's where we started finding our tribe. So our brand became Nurturing Education. Deep Pedagogics is the name of the company. It's not called Meenakshi Oberoi, it's called Deep Pedagogics. So that was, our brand. You want to call it what you want. I would love to call it a brand. And our niche was nurturing education. We were very passionate and we still are. And it's been almost 9 years now. So then we started finding our tribe. Who are the people that we resonate with? Do we resonate with people who are providing services in education? Do we actually go ahead and speak to people or connect with people who are into this business? No, we connected with educators. We connected with like-minded people who would want to discuss certain things about education. So we explored our core. We did not go looking for everything on. We were very focused in finding our tribe and exploring our core. Our core was anyone who's interested and genuinely interested in looking at education and nurturing the whole essence of educating students, we would do that. So we found that to educate students, we need to empower the educators. So our essence became, to learn more about people and to learn more about what is it, ways in which we can help people. So we wanted to leverage every opportunity that were available for teachers. So we started connecting with people. We started connecting with companies like Microsoft, Adobe, HP, Intel, Cambridge University Press, Pearson, and many others. And we started looking at various opportunities that were there to empower educators. While they were able to do, we were able to do that, we were able to achieve a target of having trained more than, 100K teachers in a year. We have almost tripled that number this year. We want to reach out to as many teachers as possible. We want to build resilience. We don't want another COVID to disrupt education. We want to take that disruption and turn it into power, ultimately nurturing education. That has been our intent. And we are very proud to say that if we say on a Saturday evening for an hour, we are going to connect with you, we have approximately 250 people joining us for an hour to understand what we're trying to say. So that's the power of social networking. It's been years and it has taken us that much time. Now, where do you begin? Anywhere, just about anywhere. Level one is following. You all are on social media. You like following people. That's great. Follow as many as you can. You know, when I started off, I still remember, and our team will agree. We used to say follow at least 10 people. Find 10 people each day to follow on various social media. Try and see how you can find your tribe, because you know what? That selection process that you have is very educating and empowering. So you tell yourself and you question whether you are going to follow this one or not. Level two is connecting. Don't just follow, connect. When you go to LinkedIn, you have these two options separately. Why have they given these two options separately? Is following means you're only consuming what is being offered, right? You're not connecting with the content that you're looking at. You're only consuming. You start connecting with that content, and you start responding to that content. You start looking at, oh, so this is the practice that I heard, and you go back to that page to say, hey, you know what? I tried this in my class, and when I took my spin on that, this is how it worked for me. Awesome. That's where connections happen. Collaborations happen. You start, looking at each other's work and appreciating. People start looking at you and start following you. So each time when I say level one, level two, level three, level four, you start going back and forth in your own personal, ways. The third level would be engaging. You start engaging people. People start getting engaged with you. They saw something beautiful that you wrote on someone's wall. They start watching out for something that you're going to post. And they start looking at the content that you're going to share. Now that's where you come in, and your role as an engager comes in, if that's a word. How are you going to engage your audience in that content that you have shared? How are you going to offer them more than what they're looking for? How are you going to make sure that this person comes back to your page and sees what they want to see? That's level three. You design and devise multiple ways. I'll share with you in a minute how. Number four, you start analyzing and leading. You start analyzing, what is it that people are really liking about me? Do you think I can do more of this? And believe you me, there are many superpowers that you own that you wouldn't know of, and you come to know and realize when people tell you, wow, about you. Who doesn't like a wow, right? So when you hear that, and when you look at the kind of superpowers that you have, you start leading with your superpower. You start leading from the front and start hosting things the way we do, the way the world does. How are the leaders produced or made? That's how you elevate each other. You look at each other's strengths and tell each other, hey, I think what you do is amazing. Can you teach me that too? So those are the levels of engagement that we are talking about, not just being on a social media. So I hope what I'm talking is making sense to you, and do ask questions if you want to, please. Naima, if you see any question, please do let me know. Okay. As of now, I don't see any questions. So if I say social media Naima, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Rahul sir just wants to know one thing. Can you tell me PLN purpose, what is it? What is benefits for students?
Oh, students. Currently, Rahil sir, we are talking about teachers. For students, the benefits are going to be pretty similar, but the whole thing is that for students, it is tough for you to monitor. You don't know where they're going to go. To be able to handle that stage, you should be proficient yourself to know how to handle that. Having said that, we have created multiple communities for students as well. Those are safe communities. We try and create private groups. We try and moderate comments before they go out. So Yammer is one such platform which we had used, and Teams is another one that we had used. I've had a group on Facebook as well, but the policies that are there, the procedures that you follow, have to be drafted very carefully. I would love to share more on that, and what we will do is I will try and find as you're doing your activities on the other side while I'm taking you. Probably I'll try and find an article and share with you where how is it that you can bring in social media for learning for your students. It's a very delicate thread to task to actually a very delicate thread to tread. However, we are, I think, in a world where we cannot not be social with students as well. So how to handle that? Probably we could do another session, and I would love to come back on that. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Maybe any other question?
No questions, Mangesh.
All right. Okay. Okay. So when I say the word social media, I think most of you will agree with me. The first thing that we did was in social media is we went to Facebook, right? We are primitive people on Facebook by now. But what are we doing over there, is something that is of most importance. We all have our social personal profiles over there. But how can I find communities that make sense for me on social media? That's my core. And there are certain groups that you can look at. Now, when I talk about this, I'm going to go to Facebook, and I want to show you. And I understand that many of you might already know how to handle this. However, let's go to Facebook now, and here we are. How do we find out groups that we might be interested in? Here's my personal page, and I'm actually opening up in in my professional page over here. I have groups over here. Yeah. On the left side, if you see, I have groups available. Now, when I need to find my tribe, now you can see over here, why does it say suggested? Of course, there is AI built within. So there will be certain groups that are suggested for you. For example, Minecraft Teachers Lounge. That's a great place because in my personal capacity, I'm a part of this group. It's a wonderful place for you to be. And all you need to do is go over there and join this. Yeah. So while you go over here, you'll have a button to join. I have already joined this, and you can see that I'm over here and I can be a part of this group. You can see how many people are part of this group as well. How do you know your tribe? How do you know what they are? And are there any related groups? For example, this is a great group, and there are about 7.1K members over here. This will already give you related groups. So when I say find your tribe, this is exactly what I mean. These are some of the groups that I'm already a part of, right? You all are very curious about AI in the classroom. Go ahead and join the group. It's always great to join as many groups as possible. In my personal space, I have joined more than 100 groups. I have various interests. Now, this interest could be for anything. It could be for pedagogy. For example, I am a huge fan of Reggio Emilia, right? Way of learning. Well, if you haven't seen that for early years, you could go actually according to your interest. And here you go. Look, you'll find Reggio Emilia pedagogies. They will find you multiple groups over here. Do you see this? This is for early years. I love this one because I've worked with multiple early year groups and designed their curriculum. So I love going to these kind of groups. You can go ahead and join these groups. Right now, this is not allowed. I'm not this group allows pages to join. This is not a page. So I'm right now a page over here. But if I go to my personal account over here, I can show you that I have joined groups Just give me a minute. I'll take a spin here, take you to my personal one, and I'll show you my groups. There you go. Now, when you look at these groups, you can actually look at my groups over here to see, look at that, 132 groups is what I have joined, right? So when I start looking at these groups, you will find different interests, whether these are for principals, teachers, probably cities, countries, some talk about technology, some are, like IB focus groups, some are federation that have their own pages. Please start finding your interest. Some of the ones that I've been a part of for years are Microsoft Innovative Educator groups. Uh, I love those groups, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert groups, then Adobe Educators group. As you can see over here, this is the Adobe Educator group. Now, again, when you see over here, do you see how many teachers are a part of it who are actually in my network as well? I can invite you to join this right away, right? You don't need to go finding. I can give you a part of this, or I could simply just say, here, go ahead, scan this and become a part of this group. Why should you become a part of this group? Now, to know that, you will have to scroll through, look at the kind of content that they offer, and be a part of this community. You want to know the latest of the opportunities that are there. For example, Adobe Creative Educator, Adobe Creative Ambassadors, Adobe Education Leaders. There are so many ways for you to empower yourself with Adobe. You could do any of that. Simply just scan this or take a look at the name of the group and go ahead and find this. Now, did we stop here? No, we did not. Why? Because learning from here, we need to create our own group. Remember, analyzing and leading? We analyze that when there are so many people who are interested, they are not engaging over here. We, as educators, sometimes shy away from posting something because this is a global community. Therefore, we thought, let's take our own right on it. We created a group for Adobe Creative Educators India. Yeah. And what we did was we started inviting educators to be a part of it. There are 543 members already here. You're most welcome to join this group. We are actually giving you links to these groups and inviting you to join. As I'm talking, Ashmita will start posting the links to these groups in the chat window. So you're most welcome to be a part of this. But as you become a part of this, do remember there is certain responsibility. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about the basic responsibility of maintaining the basic hygiene. Responsibility is that while you come here, share with us, be an active member, allow us to know what's working for you, be a part of our discussions, keep a lookout for what is being posted by us, by various educators, and we want this to be a thriving group. This group was created long time back and it has existed just because educators are very active over here. When you go here, you will find how beautifully people share what they're doing. These are strictly professional groups. We don't post anything personal, but we utilize and use this as personal groups. Apart from this, there is another group that we run. Now, what happens is there always is a next level, isn't it? Well, here is a group where we have almost 3.5K members, which is of Microsoft Schools and Expert Educators India. Again, this was created by us. Gain momentum because we believe that teachers over here are here to learn and thrive. Now, while we started doing that, Microsoft saw something in this group. And do you know, Mike Tolson, who is basically the product lead at the global level, at the worldwide level, he saw that this group is genuine and this group is a professional group. He makes sure, even if we are not posting, he makes sure that this group stays alive. Now, if you look at this, look at that. More than us, it is him who is posting in this group. Yeah. So this is how our groups grow and they thrive. And that's how we learn from each other. So these are some of the pages that we run. And our latest baby is Reinvent the Classroom. Yes, it is our latest baby with 352 members. And we're posting so much over here. Have you caught this yet? If not, then go ahead and join this group. As you could see, We try avoiding repetition. We try and give you content that is group specific, and we encourage you to go ahead and use these groups as learning spaces for yourself and help us also grow in our capacity. I hope you have taken cognition of the groups that we are talking about. If there are any questions on this, I can see one hand raised. I'm just going to actually three hands raised. Fantastic. Kritika ma'am, you want to ask a question? Uh, Go ahead, please. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kritika ma'am. Unmute yourself and ask, please. Kritika ma'am, we've allowed the mic for you. Go ahead. Gayatri ma'am, we've allowed the mic for you as well. Please go ahead and ask us a question if you have to. Okay. Now there are two hands raised. Kalaimani ji and Gayatri ji, if you want to ask a question, please go ahead. Ashima ma'am, go ahead, please. 1 second. Go ahead, please. Ask a question. Ashima, you have raised your hand, Ashima ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Am I audible?
Very much, Ashima ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Recently, you said about a Minecraft group. Before the set up Creative Educator Group and Microsoft Schools, you were telling us about the Minecraft group. Will you please let me know again? I need to join that group.
Of course. Here you go. I'll take you, and all you need to do is you need to look at a group over here. Okay, let me just check. Let me take you here. If you look at my groups, you will find Minecraft Education Ambassador Group and Minecraft Teachers Lounge. This is the group that you could actually join. I'll show you this group once again and probably share an invite with you. Let's see if I can. Yes, I can show you the QR code. Go ahead, please, and you're most welcome to join this group. This is a Minecraft Teachers Lounge. Go ahead. And this is for Minecraft education, not Minecraft commercial edition. So it's a very safe place for teachers and students to learn from. There are wonderful, experts over here who keep sharing excellent examples of use of Minecraft in education. And also, there's a lot of troubleshoot that happens over here. You're facing a problem, you want to pause and ask something, you can go ahead and do so over here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Anyone else? Any other question, Maima?
Yeah, I think we have a question from Gunjan ma'am. She's asking, can you also help us in training our students on how to use social media responsibly?
Certainly. So, Maima, if you could drop our email ID over here. If you know how to get in touch with Mahima, please do so. She'll be here to help you get us students. That's what we do. And we will be happy to go ahead and share, do a session for your students as well. Any other question?
Yeah, one more question we have. There are many ads for various programs they offer. How to find which is authentic for students and for personally?
Number one, the experience will tell you. Number two, these are only their social channels. Please go to their website. And as you go to the website, you will realize that, there are authentic ways of asking people that, is this an official group that you run? Is this an official program? For example, for Minecraft, you'll find multiple, when you type the name Minecraft, why ma'am asked me right now, Ashima ma'am asked me to share the group of that particular name of that particular group is because there are many ways in which you can actually find Minecraft pages. But which one is the genuine one? Which is the one that will help me actually get at the right place? You can go ahead and go to the right place, which means their official website. Write to them and they'll tell you if that's the official page. Yeah. Okay, so the next one that I want to move to is Very interesting because it's called X. Yes, Twitter has now become X. Not sure how many of you are comfortable with that, but be it. Elon Musk is. So here we are. What is Twitter? How do we start using Twitter? Multiple ways. First of all, create an account, please. Upload your profile picture, write your bio, link it to your website if you have one, follow other users, and share your content. Now, the first problem with I think Twitter is what are these different things that you can do over here? And the first question that anyone would ask is, what are these ads and hashtags? So I'm going to pause here to focus on this. Please remember, thumb rule. And many of us didn't know, even I learned on my way, obviously, but many of us don't know that at is a mention. At means it's a unique name that you are referring to. At Meenakshi Oberoi, at D Pedagogics, at Mahima Gupta. But sometimes you cannot find your name because it's already taken. Therefore, you start drafting one, right? Now, here is where you start putting at before your unique name. If your name is not unique, for example, let's say Meenakshi Oberoi, there are plenty of Meenakshi Oberoi. You first thing you do is you reverse your name, Oberoi Meenakshi, right? You want the world to know who you are. Otherwise, you start adding your dates or numbers or something to it. But if you want to call out somebody or give a shout out to somebody, use an at symbol, not hashtag. A hashtag is basically a hashtag sign which is followed by a single word or a combination of words. And this is when you have to find a cluster of things, which means you have to find something focused when you're looking for something. Let's say, I'm looking for education related chats. So my hashtag will be hashtag #EdChat. But if I say at #EdChat, that becomes the name of a company or a person. Okay, so to find something, use a combination of words with hashtag. What are these hashtags that are really important? Whoa, so many. So we can share this image with you in the chat window. You can go ahead and use this weekend to actually explore great hashtags in education on Twitter, or X as we call it. And, we can thank someone who has actually created this list also. It's an exhaustive list, but you can go ahead and, take an interest in this and start looking up. And believe me, you need hours. Keep aside some hours to actually explore this. Now, the main question is, but what can I do on X or Twitter? There's lots that you can do. That's where D Pedagogics comes in. We're trying to create spaces to hear your voice, to get you active. What are we going to do? There's something on our mind, and it's called the exchange hour. Yes, it's called the exchange hour. It's not called a tweet meet, but it's very similar to a tweet meet, but it's called the exchange hour. What do? We set aside an hour just like today, and we say that first Thursday of every month, we will be meeting on Twitter. What do? You start talking on Twitter. You start having a chat. So we will have a focused topic to be, to be discussed. For example, I can have a topic on STEM learning or STEAM learning or SDGs in education, or we could have women in STEM, or we could even talk about explorations in space, because that's the hottest topic, right? And I need to know more before I can actually go back to students. So what we do is, as a part of this, we start looking at this place to chat for an hour. We pre-decide that we will have certain number of questions that we will have, which means that we are going to use 5 focused questions that we are going to use. For example, when we had an exchange hour on game-based learning, these were some of the questions that we had. These will be pre-shared with you. And within these timings, let's say this was from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. These are the questions that we will be posting. When we post this question, share your response. As you share, what should you share? You can share tips, you can share practices, you can share quotes, you can share pictures from your classroom to share, and you start answering by saying A1, which means Q1, question 1, A1. This is your answer, and we monitor the tweets that are coming in. There's something called TweetDeck, which we will use to monitor what's coming in. So why these chats? Because it'll connect like-minded people. And it's a wonderful virtual staff room. You know, when you sit in a staff room and you chat, those are some of the beautiful hours, and you actually have great exchanges over there. We're going to have focused talks in that exchange hour. And believe you me, it's not only professional development or picking up of new ideas or be inspired. It is one buzzing hour. You don't even come to know when this hour ends. But the good part is, it doesn't have to end. These are continued conversations. Use hashtag exchange hour to keep looking at other responses that keep coming in. So you literally stretch your hour. So the chat timings are pre-decided. Okay, you can have a whole school chat in your school for your school as well. There are many people who do that. For example, a Pedagogue Friday is something that I absolutely love. So all Fridays are Pedagogue Fridays, which means teachers discuss their best moments of the week. Amazing. Yeah, there are some pre-decided ones. Every day you have new chat sessions. You can take a screenshot of this. Go ahead and find out today on Twitter what does the happen. What are the things that happen in these chats? How can I contribute? How can I be a part of it? And then get ready. Why? Because our exchange hour is going to be on the first Thursday of this month. It's not far. You're sitting on Saturday. It's literally around the corner. And we will be announcing more details about our topic and what we are going to do very soon. So, how are you going to do this? We're going to send you a detailed one pager, your cheat sheet, or your quick start guide today after this session. Please do remember there is an attendance link. Do use that attendance link and to let us know who has joined so that we can mail you. And in case you don't get these, you can write to us at education@dpedagogics.com. Additionally, Ashmita is also sharing that in the chat window. Your cheat sheet is coming to you now. Okay, so you can actually pick it up from your chat window and it's a takeaway for you today. So all these things and more is what you can look forward to in our Edu Exchange Hour. That's going to be our hashtag EDU Exchange Hour. It's not just an exchange hour, it's an EDU Exchange Hour. Excited? Show me some love in the chat window or react to what I've just told you. We've just about, unveiled something beautiful for you. Yay! I love it. I love all the love that we get from our community. So yes, thank you so much for all those flying hearts and claps and thumbs ups that actually keep us going. So thank you. Now, one last one. I know I'm over feeding you with things, but we're overfilled and our hearts are so blossoming right now to share more with you. Okay, hold on. I have Sonam Sonam ma'am has raised her hand. Okay, I guess that was by mistake because it's been lowered. However, if you have a question to ask, I am soaking in all the love that I'm getting in the chat window. Maima, any comment, any questions that you want me to pause for?
I think they're very excited. They're given lots of, thumbs up and they're happy to, explore so much of this, and especially exchange hour. I have got so many thumbs up after that.
Fantastic. So we're going to have a buzzing Thursday. Come back and join our chat. Remember, how are you going to join? Hashtag EDU Exchange Hour. And don't worry, we're going to send out capsules for you to give you ideas of what to do. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that on Twitter and on this, because this is our latest baby on the block, literally. Everybody's on Instagram. And if you're not, go ahead. You can use your Facebook account to actually join Instagram. It's super easy. As you do so, first thing first, look for us. Let me take you and show you where we are so that we don't waste any time and you must not come back saying, I'm not on Instagram and I don't know how to follow you there, or I don't know how to meet you there. Here we are. This is Instagram, and on Instagram, Deep Pedagogics is already there. Do you see this? We have about 254 followers here. Would love to expand this community. Go ahead and share with us. And this, as I spoke about this at the beginning of our session, is our focus. We want to learn, we want to leverage, we want to empower, we want to achieve, build resilience and nurture. So allow us to please go ahead and help you do all of this and more. Now, well, I am going to actually share the QR code again over here for you to quickly join our group. And then I'm going to tell you more. I can download this as well and share in the chat window. I think Ashmita has it. Ashmita, you could do that. I can make it bigger for you to go ahead and scan. I'll give you a minute to scan this because I want to show you absolutely exciting opportunities that we have planned for you over here. We want you to join this group so that, we are, follow us here and join us. Start following because that's one of the primary ways in which we can connect with you. So please go ahead, I really am looking forward to looking at many of you joining us here and sharing all the excitement that we have. We have so many programs that have been planned for you. You don't believe me? I'll just show you. I'm just going to give you a glimpse of what all have we planned. One of our biggest launches happened yesterday, and it's called In a Minute. And if you haven't got it, you really need to catch that. So go ahead and, scan this. And Ashmita, I hope you have dropped the link to join as well in the chat window. Please do so because we really don't want anyone to miss this. Now, as you do that, I am taking you back into the room so that I can tell you what is it that we are doing. And I assure you, I'm going to come back to this one as we are, we've shared with you the essentials, what we want to share, and I'm very mindful of the time. I have approximately 10 minutes to tell you about 10 things about what we are going to do. So yeah, please bear with me if I'm rushing you here. But here we are. So what is it that we are going to do? These things. We are going to share every day much information with you, many engagements, events, new opportunities with you through posts, reels, and stories every day. You can look forward to question of the day once a week or a poll. Exchange hour is something that I've already shared with you. Will happen on X, that is Twitter, once a month, that is first Thursday of every month. We're also hosting Meet the Masters. We're doing Tech Talk Tuesday. Yes, every Tuesday you can look forward to a new, Tech Talk happening. Again, these are mini capsules. These are bite-sized capsules that actually you can view on Instagram. And every Tuesday you can look forward to a new Tech Talk Tuesday. Yeah. We are doing team talks that month. We're doing queries. We want to address every worry and query that we have. We will have contests and giveaways. And of course, teachers, we will have assignments and certificates too. What will all this look like? Tech Talk Tuesday already has been launched. You can actually go ahead, go to Instagram and look at what other opportunities. We are looking at Meeting of the Minds, and we are doing that on third Thursday of every month. Okay, so the first Thursday, we are doing Exchange Hour. Third Thursday, we are doing Meeting of the Minds. What happens over there? We're going to get you experts from the industry to gain insights, respond to your queries, meet some heroes from the industry, share some great information with you, and learn from each other. And who are these heroes? Well, you. You can be a hero too. You can be our guest too. We just need to know your core. We need to know your strength, and we'll be happy to invite you to be the mastermind actually for people to meet. So we're going to do all of this over here. We're also going to celebrate special days. Oh, yes. Here's another reveal. 15th of September is the International Dot Day. I love the dot. If you haven't read this book, you're missing out on something in life, I'm telling you. We're going to do a book read aloud for you. You can invite your children, your students. You can take the recording of our read aloud into your rooms. This year is marking, imagine, 20 years of the launch of The Dot. That's the book by Peter Reynolds. It's a Peter H. Reynolds. I love this book, can be used in any classroom. I don't want to give away everything, but if you haven't really followed this, please follow this. We are launching multiple activities. Between 10th and 15th of September, there'll be much that will be happening with The Dot. Skill Up Saturdays, you're in it right now. You know what is going to happen, so I'm not going to waste my time here. But I want to show you this. This is something that is absolutely amazing. It's called In a Minute. And this is what is happening right now on sharing on Instagram. I'm going to take you back to Instagram. I'll let you view one of the in a minute and let you know what this is, because this is the heart of where we are working right now, and we are so proud to bring you this. Now, what is this? I'm going to let you hear this and also have a voice break, okay? Oops, so sorry. Just a minute. In a minute. Sorry, I'm just going to do this once again. I want to do it right. In a minute with Deep Pedagogics. This is your minute for hacks in education. So let's get going. These education hacks will be shared with you daily. All you need to do is view the hack, earn the badge, and then as you earn 6 badges, send it to us. As you earn 6 badges, just email them to us and we will validate that and send you a certificate. So happy learning and watch out for our first one. In a minute. Interesting? Well, I hope it did sound interesting. So the only caveat is over there, you will have a quiz. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to create a focus. Let's say for the next 8 days, our focus is browsing hacks. We're going to give you multiple browsing hacks, 8 hacks, and also those will be reels. So they will be shared as reels every day on Instagram. OK, while we do that, along with that, what we're also going to do is we're going to give you multiple posts about browsing and using Bing as an app. What do I mean by that? Hear this one. Overwhelmed sifting through search results? Well, let's see how we can help you. Here's the right app for you, Microsoft Bing. This is AI powered, runs on ChatGPT 4 to give you the right information, summarize it, cite answers, and also allows you to go ahead and find more information with related questions. Go ahead, download it from the App Store. Let's see how Bing works. Bing has a chat option where you can actually type your question. Let's say I'm going to ask something about personalized learning about grade 6. What this app is going to do is it's going to sift through all the information through the web. It's going to give you exact results. And also with every line, it's going to cite which website has this been picked up from so that proper citation can happen. Look at that. 10 best strategies for bringing in personalized learning into your class. And here are all the links that you could actually further explore using this app. Here's your badge for viewing the hack. See you next time. Overwhelmed sifting through. So now you understand, I hope. These are going to be hacks and you need only 1 minute to view them. These are 1 minute reels that will be shared with you on Instagram, and we are trying to call it in a minute because we don't want to take more than a minute of yours to tell you something new. This is a series for fostering information literacy. It's a browsing hack that we are sharing with you. We all know searching is a great skill and we really need to up or amp up our searching skills. So what is it that we can do? Each day, we will be sharing a new way of using this app right on your mobile phone. So there are multiple things that you will learn from in these 8 days. At the end of each of these, you will see a badge. Take a screenshot of the badge, okay? As you collect these badges, you have to collect at least 6 badges to be eligible for earning a certificate. On the 8th day, we will be sharing with you a quiz, which is going to be super simple, don't worry. And you have to answer those questions correctly so that you're able to earn the badge. Once we have validated everything, your certificate will be assigned to you. I hope this is clear. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer these questions. I hope you're excited as well and you like what you do. And please, you don't have to like everything that we do. You can tell us this is something that's beyond me. This is too fast. This is too slow. I know it already. So if there's anything like that, do let us know because we work with you, for you, and we would love to hear back from you what you think about these education hacks. So share your interest, share what is it that you want to view. Sometimes, you have a topic on mind and you want to hear about it, write to us. we can make a shift in our schedules. We have the next 2 months scheduled. However, we can throw those schedules out of the window and look at what you want to hear, because we want to look at your growth. And our intent, like I said, is absolutely pure here, and that is nurturing education. There is no cost attached here. It's just time and intent. We're trying to grow a community, brew minds together, so that when you come together for a common thread, we know that we are connecting with each other for a common goal, and that we have pure intent of nurturing education. So I'm going to actually pause here because I can go on, and it's 5 p.m. dot on time. I'm here. The session is open for questions. But yeah, I mean, I just hope your today social media, is more than just being social for you, and you will look at it as a professional learning network, that is a PLN. And would we are sharing these documents with you so that you can actually explore at your convenience. So whether it is Tech Talk Tuesday, meeting of the minds, celebrating special days, sharing education hacks, or exchange hours, we would love to see you all back in the room doing all of that. But I'm pausing here for questions. Any questions in the room, you may please go ahead. Mahima, I think we can give everybody a chance to just unmute themselves to talk. Go ahead, please. Allow mics for everybody. If you want to talk, just unmute yourself to talk. And thank you for all the love that you're showering on us. We are really, really blessed to have a beautiful community of educators who connect with us and who speak to us in this room. We are blessed, truly. Thank you for saying that the session was productive, Srinivasan sir. Thank you so much. Any questions, anyone? Please unmute yourself to ask.
No.
Yes, go ahead, please. So you were going to say something. Oh, Pankaj sir, you asking for a certificate? Yes, we will look into the attendance that has come in today. Sonali ma'am, we will look at the everybody, Vijaya ma'am, everybody for the certificate for today's session. Ashmita will be sending out certificates. You can write to us at education@dpedagogics.com. Mahima, if you can please drop that email once again in the chat window. In case you don't get it within this week, you can let us know. Yeah, so you were going to say something. Okay, so since no one has anything to say, thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us. We are absolutely elated to see more than 350 educators join us in this session. Literally, we feel swell. Thank you for your partnership. Stay connected. Let's build this whole piece together. And once again, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. Stay safe. Bye-bye and thank you.